Hello, hello. We will be starting in just a few moments. I hope everyone is doing well. I am sort of flying blind this morning. I have a tablet that, of course, that's what I view on. And it seems I needed an update as soon as I turned it on. So, hey, Miss Ann McGrady, I see you're on here. I can barely see when I'm taking a look over top of the camera. So, it may be just a little bit before I can say hi and acknowledge everyone. So, I went and grabbed a cup of coffee. So, I hope we're at 95% on this update. So, maybe if everybody will just bear with me, we will see what we can come up with today. So, no pastries for me this morning. No mystery stamper here. I feel a little lonely. So, I need to get some more mystery stampers. Or, not even mystery stampers. Just surprise stampers. Coming over to join me on Saturday morning. So, please let me know. Message me if you're interested. You don't have to be on camera. You don't even have to talk if you don't want to. But there is room in the craft room here for another person to be able to sit and stamp. You can stamp on work on what we're stamping on, or you can bring your own things and stamp with your own things, whichever way you prefer. Sharon, that would be a little bit of a drive for you to come all the way from Maryland, but you know that you're more than welcome. And Gradine, I know you probably stamp with your sis all the time, but you're welcome too. So, and anytime that you would want to come, you're welcome. There's Miss Linda coming in. My tablet is booting up right now, so we will get started. I am Carolyn Bosley, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, and you're watching through the Inky Gatherings group. This is a video live presentation. If you see the little live red at the top. If not, you'll be catching replays through Facebook group. Or also you will be able to view it on youtube.com. So if you have family and friends, please share and let them know that we just have a great time learning new things, new techniques. So, you know that over the past few weeks, I've been trying to come up with projects that are pretty simple, yet pack a punch. They're beautiful projects and things like that. So, today we're going to be doing just a simple card, but it does pack a punch. Here's two samples that I have done. We're actually going to do a fall card. But since we've already done the Christmas in July, I wanted to do this. And all the cards that I'm doing today, I will say I'm only stamping. There's not any die cutting. But I am using the Sparkle of the Season photopolymer set. And it is located on page 58 of the Holiday Mini. You can buy just the stamp set. And of course you can see it takes you all the way through fall and Christmas. You've got the Halloween. You've got the Grateful. Thanksgiving. You've got Merry Christmas and the holly, the sprigs, the pine sprigs, the leaves. So snowflakes, stars, pine cone, leaves, bats. So it'll take you all the way through the season. And a lot of people have contacted me and said, what would I do with this? You know, so we've worked with it a little bit. I showed you some fall squares that I was doing for a 12 by 12 collage. And this will show you just how you can put some things together using a small set when you don't see it necessarily here, but it comes together really, really well. Okay. Again, page 58 on the Holiday Mini. Now, I still can't see comments, so give me just a few minutes to get caught up, and I'll make sure to try to answer everything, okay? Let me see. Well, it looks like maybe it's worked. Well, we may see if it works or not. It says that we have been updated. Sometimes when that happens, it's a good thing. And sometimes when that happens, it's not such a good thing. So, let's see if I can see us now. And go in here. Holiday Mini. Now, I still can't see. I think it's working. So let me get the volume down here on the replay. Now, let me get in here. Okay, so I see Jadon and Sharon and Faye and Linda. Yay! There's Miss Covey. There's Miss Covey. So, but this is the set, and it does come with a lot of different dies. 2 wreath dies, your holly and sprig and leaf, the little wheat type, I think, or this, yeah, the sprig. Individual leaves, a small pumpkin. So you could, in addition to what we're doing today, you could use these to enhance the card also. I'm just trying to show what we can do to get our Stampin' Mojo back in. I think everybody has slowed down just a little bit, and we need to get going again. Good morning, Wanda. Good morning. So also on September 1, there will be a contest announcement made, so be sure and watch on that. Those of you that may have caught the Facebook Live on Wednesday night may have gathered a few little tips and tricks on that one to know what's going on. So take heed and watch on, or at least listen on September 1st, and take a look at the Facebook Live, and we will definitely have some information on there, okay? So, and you'll know then why I'm showing you some ways to do some quick and easy but stunning cards. Okay, so on this one, let me show you what I've done. I'll take my rubber band off and lay my die cuts over to the side just because I'm only using the stamp set. So as you can see, I'm hoping you can see here, we have the base card. I used the soft succulent base card color. I used paper from, and get the exact name or I will not tell you properly. This is the Tidings of Christmas. And you can see this is a piece that I used. And of course I put my scraps back in there for future use. So the card base is 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4. Hey, Miss Karen. Ah, good copy. So then I used a piece of the Designer Series paper. I cut it down to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So you can see I just have a small border. Okay. Then my squares, I used 3 white squares, and those squares are cut at 2 by 1 1/2. Okay. Now I could have easily oriented this way and changed my stamping around, but I did this way. I added a ribbon underneath and put some bling on there. The stamps that I used, let's see if I can get this to where you can see it and me hold it at the same time. The stamps that I used was the Merry Christmas. It's just that I used the marker, the Stampin' Right marker. I colored Merry, cleaned it off, or stamped it and then cleaned it off. Then I colored the Christmas, stamped it, cleaned it off underneath so that it could be underneath instead of long ways. Okay, so remember, you can use your Stampin' Right markers to color your stamps to position them in different ways that you need to. I used the Soft Succulent to stamp the holly, and then I just added some red rhinestones. Okay, I used the Soft Succulent to stamp the sprig, the pine sprig, and then I added the little, it's not really a berry, it's the it's like the root, or the somebody help me with the name of that, the pod. There you go. It's the pod that opens before it opens up and so forth. So, and then I also, and I hope you can see, on top of that, I added just 3 of the rhinestones down there. Now, underneath the Merry Christmas, instead of stamping here again, I just did 3 of the basic rhinestones there. Thanks, Karen. I love this set because it takes you so far. You know, I mean, you can do so many different things with it. You can make background papers. You can do it like we're doing here. Scrapbook pages, the memory and mores, anything like that you can use with this. So I'm really loving it. So, and then of course these I did pop up, but there is a great Christmas card on the inside. I just used the inside greeting or verse that goes with this one. May the sparkle of the season warm your heart and home. Added a little, the holly branch, and then just used my Stampin' Right marker and added a couple circles for berries. Okay, so that's my Christmas. That was so easy. Now, here is my Halloween. I don't do a lot of Halloween cards, I have to tell you. I love the colors, the decoration, everything pulls me in, but I don't do the hairy, scary Halloween. We do like some fun type things. But what I did here was your basic black again. I don't have my inside done yet. I have my paper there. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Same thing, your half sheet of cardstock, okay? Your normal base. Then I used pumpkin pie cardstock and ran it through the embossing folder. Then I used a piece of the black glitter paper, and it is cut, and this is the same size as before, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, your orange pumpkin pie. Then this is 1.5 by 5 3/8, the black glimmer paper. Can you see that underneath there? Can you tell that that's glimmer paper? If you don't have glimmer paper, you don't have to use glimmer paper. Use black paper. It just gives a little sparkle underneath. Then I cut the same 3 pieces at 1.5 by 2. The first one was just stamping, added rhinestones, the little bitty clear basic rhinestones. Same thing on the Happy Halloween. You know, colored it with the black Stampin' Right marker and oriented it. Instead of going one stamp, I stamped the Happy, then cleaned it off, re-stamped it or re-inked it with my marker and stamped the Halloween. So on this one, it was the Happy Halloween and the bats. I also, just to get a little bit of extra something in there, used the circle wreath and put just halfway. But I did bats on all 3, my Happy Halloween, and then I used black mats over here just to add a little bit more. Oops, looks like I got a little piece of my glue from my pick tool. So there we go, get rid of that. On the center, I'm hoping that you can see that little bit of sparkle. On the center one, I just used a little bit of our mesh ribbon and tied around just to give it that little oomph. You wouldn't have to do that if you didn't want to, okay? So, what does everybody think? Am I getting some thumbs up and some loving on these cards? I sure hope so, because the one we're getting ready to do, you're going to see absolutely how easy it is. How easy it is. Okay. As I pull out these items, thank you, ladies and gents. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put some things on blocks is what I think I'm going to be using now. You know me, I change my mind a lot. There's the leaf. Here's the, don't need that big one on that one. Here's the individual leaves in case I need some falling leaves of color. Hey, Miss Kim. Then, gotta turn it over. I think we might just use this again. I'm not for sure. We will pull it together. Because if so, we'll just be using a portion. They're so easy to put together. You're really going to see here in just a minute just how easy they are. So I'm just getting things ready just in case, because I had not done this one. I did the 2 samples and thought, no, I will do a fall card for the make and see what you guys think. You know, we just sort of come off the realm with it. So so far I have this pulled. I have the leaves pulled. I have the thankful for you. I have the grateful. And I think, oh, Drummer is saying good morning. He has not been a happy camper this morning. We've had a lot of road activity today, and he just thinks that is not what people are supposed to do on Saturday. So, let me put these over here. I also have pulled a few things. And again, don't know if we're going to use them, but we're going to see. I make a lot of cards the same, like today where I have cut these and have these samples to show you. I have the second set cut over here ready to do, and they're not going to be exact, but they will line up to be pretty much close. I do make cards for sale, so, you know, a lot of times I'll do 10 or 12 in a pack. But yeah, they might not be totally exact, but they're going to be along the same lines. So I have pulled the gilded gems out, and they're like a faceted gilded gem there. I have champagne rhinestones, so I have those pulled out to see if they may come into play. I also thought, since it was fall, I pulled out, can you see that? The leaves. And I know I really think they're meant to be like the gold holly leaves, but I really thought if you just had one sticking out from something, it might just look like a regular leaf and not a holly. We're going to see. Don't know. And the colors I have chosen, ink colors I have chosen, Mary Merlot, hey Miss Pat, Cajun Praise, Evening Evergreen. Okay. I have my inside piece, and I'm just using white for that. I'm going to scoot the blocks over so I have just a little bit more room here. Okay. And then I am using cinnamon cider. Yay! Yay and yay. So let me find my bone folder. Let's go ahead and give that a crisp little fold there. Okay. I'm just going to stick this to the inside. But while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to pull down my stamp, my branding stamp, and go ahead and put that on there. And just go ahead and feel comfortable that this one's going to work out fine. So I will go ahead and sign it. Okay. I always do that. If I don't, I forget. And then I'm having to go back. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm going to put on the inside yet. So, let me just move that paper out of the way. But, let's see. This one, as you can see, there's not any paper. There's not any, oh, Pat, you're not late, you're good. Not any embossing done or anything over here. So we're just going to go with it and see what we may come up with, okay? Now, what you can do, and what I may do, so here's a piece. Oh, this paper is gorgeous. I haven't used enough of it yet, but look at that. It's this sheet. And there's lots. I used the blue back when we were doing Christmas in July and did the notepad cover or planner cover. But this is Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. Oh my goodness, ladies and gents. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So many options and ways to use this paper. It's just beautiful. Just saying, just saying. So, I think what we'll do with this one is that which side do we want to use? Now, let's think about this. Let's just think about this. A lot of it's going to be covered up, so that's something you need to think about. And as you can see, it sort of covers that up, and you can't really see the color or detail. So, we're going to try, look at that. Wow, look at those rich, rich colors. And do you remember the colors that I pulled in? Mary Merlot, Cajun Craze, and Evergreen. Look, look, look. I think this is the way we need to go. So, I am just going to go ahead and start and commit, as they say. Just commit to it and do it. Okay? And let's put it down. And if something happens, you're a little too long, don't worry about right now at the moment. Get everything done, and then you literally turn it over and see, like, let me show you. While I'm thinking, before I forget, you can see just a little bit showing there. Okay. Just trim it off that way, and you're good. You don't have to worry. Don't have to worry about it. Oh, man, look at those colors. Woo! Hey, Miss Carol. So, okay, so we're down there. Now, look. Where we were talking about the colors showing through. It's still not a lot, but you can see much more underneath with that strip. Okay? So, that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to sort of lay this to the side. I'll pull this back up here. And we're going to start deciding what it is. Do we want to... Okay, I've just made another commitment. I think I'm going to go landscape on this one just to show what we can do on this one. That way, I can have a... Where's my stamp set? Here we go. I can start out... And I have these are photopolymer, so I'm using my stamp mat underneath me. If you don't have a stamp mat, but you have a Stamparatus, just pull your foam out of that one. So, let's see. Oh man, I don't know which one to do. This is terrible. Okay, I'm going to come back with my Thankful for You. And I'm placing it there in the corner. And then moving it out of the way. Okay? Then, I always grab a scrap sheet or something that I have that's just paper, thin paper, so that I can use it and not get my stamp mat so messy. Let's just see what we have. Let's go ahead and use, I'm opening up my green again. I'm going to pull this out. Okay, that's all I'm going to do on that one for now. So I'm moving that stamp out of the way. I think, because you don't want it so busy that you don't see the words, you don't see the cards, and those type things, okay? And of course, you know, before I end, we're going to add some little blings and things like that. Let's add a little Cajun craze in there. Now, I still think we need to lighten it up just a little. I am going to pull, I think, let's see. Let's look at this soft succulent. Yeah, just a little bit of green in there. That's all we need on that one. Okay. So I'll move those out of the way, although I'll be using those little leaves again, I do believe. Now, let's see here. What color might we want? I'm just going to the Merry Merlot. And I am, sorry, I'm not seeing well this morning. Let's see how this goes. Ah, there we go. Grateful. And it's going to be up and down, and that's good. That's okay. Then, just not sure. You know me, I pull anything and everything as we're playing with these. Sorry, got my arm there in the camera. That's, I'm pulling some crumb cake, and here's why. So stamp off, and then stamp that. Stamp off, and stamp that. Stamp off, and stamp that. Then again, see, we're going to have something that is consistent all the way through. And I think that's the little leaves here. So we're going to start with the soft succulent. Okay. Merry Merlot. And does anybody else ever do that? Does anybody else ever just pick one sort of stamp or one of the stamps and just run with it as far as your base or the one that will be consistent for you? Let's see what else we have. Then we have I think. So I want this. I don't know if that's going to be too dark for a while. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. So what's everybody thinking? Let me know. It's okay. And I am almost seeing those little champagne rhinestones on there because of the cinnamon cider color in the background. That is just gorgeous. So let's, yeah, these are just falling leaves. Falling leaves. And so much more that you can do. Don't get me wrong. But these are, I think, simple cards that turn out very, very classy looking. Yeah, that's all I want. So, moving those stamps. Closing up ink pads. And then let's get rid of this. We have this. So here again, let me show you the two the samples that were done earlier. Here is the Halloween using the same stamp set. Okay, the same stamp set. So all 3 cards done with the same stamp set, just the different stamps within there. Here's the Halloween. I did add an embossing folder, rhinestones, black mats, little glimmer paper under here. Trying to flatten it out so you'll be able to see it. What do you think? And then here is the Christmas that was some DSP was added as the background layer. Okay, so we're going to lay those to the side. And now we are ready to assemble. This is just amazing at how quick, how easy this is going to come together. Okay, so let's find some dimensionals. And I'm just going to go in the corners on all 4 corners. I've got some edging where I've used the center dimensionals, so I'm not wasting. I'm just using those pieces as I come to them. Any embellishment like rhinestones and things like that, I'm not putting on until I've already got these on, because it's just, for me, it's easier to place. Now, you may want to do something different, but for me, it's easier to place. Oh, there's one. Let's just, okay, move that out of the way. Where's that handy dandy pick tool? Okay, I can't tell if I'm still live, so please make sure to give me some chat or some thumbs, loving. Don't like the frowny faces if we can help it. Carol, do you like the easy cards like this? Easy to put together. I love the stamp set just because it's so versatile with the different seasons, you know, fall forward. Okay. Now, I should have done this, and I think this is the way I am going to make placement. Yeah. So we are centering. Yeah. Okay, ladies. I know somebody's cringing there. Let me pull out this ruler. So here is my ruler. Center point of 5.5 is going to be 2 3/4. So there's as close as I get. Okay. So then, oh gosh, it's so much easier if I just do this and do them. And then I am going to place my 3rd down. Oh, I know. Oh, Jadon, I am so thankful that you and Jerry went away from the dock that day. Just so you know. I won't go into detail, but I'm thankful that you're okay. And I'm sipping my coffee. I don't have any of the pumpkin spice things yet. I'm not huge on pumpkin spice, but I love fall. Absolutely love fall. Okay. So there we are so far. What is needed? What do you think? What do you think? I say, look at how well that goes. The gold just is too flashy, maybe. What do you think? I think I might. Let me put my pointer back on there. Let's try. See what we can come up with here. So I'm going to start out with a larger. Didn't want it sticking there. That's good. Got that off. Just down here by the words. Then I'm going to use the small one so that I can use more. Okay. And just, I hope you realize that I am truly randomly placing rhinestones. They are not being placed in a specific manner. There we go. I think that's what I like. That's what I like. Okay. One. That was a Jerry Lee Lewis line. 1, 2, and 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, can't do it. I just can't do it. Here we go. Wow. Wow. I would be pleased to get this card. I hope you would. You never know who might, so I hope you would. Here you go. Now, the only other thing that we could do, oh, and I hope this is okay to try. Let me get my stamp cleaned off here just a little bit. And look how simple, Jadon. It was so simple. Just simple. I'm going to find the crumb cake. Okay. Going to find my stamp mat. I'm going to find my little scrap piece of paper. And then I am going to I don't know if these are going to, oh yeah, up close, yes. Maybe. One maybe right there to pull them all together. Now, I think that may be hard to see up close. And I'm just not pleased with that we can't see it. So we're going to go back. And I'm flipping the stamps back and forth. Look at that. Oh my. Oh my. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, there you have it. I mean, you could cut so many of these little squares and at one time, and then, you know, just go to stamping. I think this is something that is truly a great stamp set to have in your collection for fall. Okay, so I need you to also know that celebration is still going on. So with $50 purchase, you do get celebration items. Okay, those are still going on. And let's see what else. This set, if you include the dies, is like $45.75 for both. Okay. Then add a some adhesives, those type things, or a pack of paper, and you've got your $50 to go ahead and pick out a free item. Okay, so I still have to put my center in, but I hope that you've enjoyed. So 3 great cards, 1 simple design, just moved around depending on the card. Okay, so again, if you're interested in this set, it's on page 58 of the Holiday Mini. You can purchase just the stamp set, just the dies, or you can purchase the bundle and save 10%. Instead of $51, it would be $45.75. Okay, so any questions? Well, in that case, I will go back over and make sure there's not any questions popped up that I didn't catch as we were going through. Please share. Remember to watch for an announcement on September 1st. And there will be a contest. So, I will let you go. Have a great afternoon. Do some stamping. And I shall talk to you later. Bye-bye.